friends, a very warm welcome to each one of you on this podcast today. My name is Maria Pontes, working HR professional, a coach, and an author. On our podcast today, I have Dr. Guru Rekha Desai, who says, dance to her is Anand, never ending. Dance is the highest form of worship. Kalakruti Dance Academy was established in 1985 by Dr. Rekha Desai. The academy has been promoting and imparting training of Indian classical dance for over 3.5 decades. Dr. Desai hails from Chennai, from the Visnagara Nagar family. She completed her masters in dance and drama. She is also a pranic physiotherapist, along with being a speaker and a lifer. Very importantly also, Dr. Rekha has been blessed to be supported by her daughter, none other than Siddhi Desai, member of the International Dance Council, UNESCO Paris. Born in a family of artists, Siddhi has been performing Bharatanatyam since 23 years. What a combo of a mother and daughter team relationship. With this, I would like to extend a very, very warm welcome to Dr. Rekha Desai. Welcome, Dr. Rekha Desai.
Thank you so much.
It is such a pleasure to have you this evening, and I'm so happy and delighted that today our viewers will hear from you all about dance and the life that dance provides all of us.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this first question. How did you start your dance journey? I mean, give us a little galak into it, a little view into your journey into this dance.
Oh yes, sure, Maria. So I think I should actually say that dance chose me rather than I chose dance, you know. Because I was too young when I was coaxed into the Bharatanatyam dance classes. That was because my father wanted one of the daughters. We are 5 sisters and one brother.
Okay.
So he insisted my elder sister to learn dance because we were born and raised there at Chennai. So he said, being in a Gujarati family also, because we are in Chennai, at least one daughter should learn Bharatanatyam.
Yes.
And I was fortunate that I am the youngest one in the family.
Oh.
And so my elder sister thought, chalo Rekha hai na, usko dal dete hain, because I was too young. So I had no choice to say yes or no. So that is how the journey started. And eventually, I think I understood the purpose of my life, that dance was my way towards the enlightenment. And not only for myself, but there are so many souls whom I have got to teach dance and uplift their spirits. So that is how the journey started. And yes, at the age of 17, I started my Kalakruti Academy. And the intention was to get independent because I lost my father when I was 11 years old.
Okay.
And then there was never looking back. Every weekends, even today, right from that day, since 50 years, on Saturdays and Sundays, I spend with my dance. Either dancing, performing or teaching or whatever. Yeah, so.
Really amazing. I mean, and be in this journey for 3.5 decades is a huge, long time. Amazing.
Yes.
You know, I know you are associated with a lot of other organizations. Can you share about your association with ISKCON, the Brahma Kumaris, Art of Living, Lions Club, and the Ramakrishna Mission. Can throw some lights on that.
Yeah, sure, definitely. The association with the organizations, I think basically my nature is I'm very creative.
Okay.
And Bharatanatyam is a like, we have particular things and the rules which has to be followed in Bharatanatyam, right? But
Yes.
being creative, I got associated with different organizations and different people organizing different kind of dance dramas and different type of dance ballets, and the amalgamation of different music also. Now, I have done a lot of creative work in Bharatanatyam. So getting associated with different people and different organizations gave me that space to create something new. And so I think that is how I got recognized more. And yeah, so everybody, like performing at ISKCON is on Lord Krishna, and it's all
Yes.
of Bhakti Bhava.
Yes.
Performing at Lions Club, performing at Rotary Club is altogether a different thing because the audience is different.
Yes.
So generally what happens when I used to go in the associations, in the organizations, and they approach me for the program, my friends used to say that who have observed me working, they said that in and 1 hour of a meeting, 50 minutes I listen to them.
Okay.
Because I get to understand what that organization is and what they exactly want. And then within that last 10 minutes, I frame the whole thing, a new idea relating to that audience, and then I give them a new ballet, a new dance vision altogether. So that is how associating with these organizations helped me, and they in fact approached me. And yeah, the journey was really good, and we have just named 4 or 5, but I'm associated with more than 30 organizations.
Wow.
And yeah, yearly I bring out 2 or 3 new productions.
Okay. That's nice. I mean, there's so much to learn from your side. You've also been traveling extensively to the international countries like the US, Singapore, Malaysia, Dubai, and Oman. So what has been your journey in the international countries that you have visited? How different you have, what kind of performance have happened there?
Yeah, so the performances were the same Bharatanatyam, but in different organizations, as I earlier told you. They approached us, and so the journey started giving performances in the abroad. And I should actually say that we were welcomed, more in a better way than in India itself. It is a sad part, Maria, to say that, but that is the fact. When people are not associated with the roots and they are away from India, they respect us more. They respect our culture more. And it was a great traveling with the Kalakruti Dance Academy students and the team, and going abroad and performing our own
Yes.
art and representing India.
Yes.
That was a huge thing. And the recognitions in the other organizations, like CID is there, like Council of International Dance.
Okay.
They approached me, and they wanted me to become one of the member of their organization, UNESCO Paris. And then slowly, eventually, when we got associated, we performed for them also.
Wow.
And yeah, and then my Kalakruti Dance Academy also become a member of that UNESCO Paris, CID. And then now Siddhi is also a member of CID.
Yes. Yes.
So that is how the international recognition came to me. I think it was because of the creativity which I created you, rather than the same monotonous Bharatanatyam training.
I have one very curious question to ask you is, how does dance and social service contribute to the society?
Yes.
What is your take on that?
Dance is basically what? Dance is the body movement and whatever you feel and the emotions, right?
Yeah.
So you deal with your feelings and your emotions daily. with a lot of ups and downs, with different types of emotions. And dance, the daily dance practices helps us to understand ourselves more.
Oh, yeah.
And when we understand ourselves more, you become more easy and more understanding with the family, with the relatives, social life also. So you become, you know, जैसे हिंदी में बोलते हैं ना कि बहुत ठहराव आ जाता है, you know,
Okay.
अपने, because we deal with our own emotions, you know, all the great ones and all the stupid ones. So dance balances that. And that is how we contribute to the society, teaching dance to the children, and with all that scriptures and the Vedas and that Sanskrit shlokas and all, they get more of knowledge about our own India and its culture. So, for example, if I say Siddhi, of course, my daughter, but still, if I say talk about my students also who are not staying with me, who have learned under me for 7 to 8 years and have done their diploma, their graduation, Arangetram with me, are more better persons than compared to the other youngsters.
Oh, there's transformation through dance.
Through dance, yes.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay, that's nice. You know, a couple of people put their childhood dancing dreams under the carpet. Now, during the pandemic, I saw it surfaced. And what are your views if they want to get back to dance? I mean, is there an age that would hamper young people? I can understand, can pick and move on. But what about the older people who missed out on the opportunity?
No, Maria, it's a misconception that age is a bondage to learn dance. You know, age is never a barrier.
Okay.
Definitely, I would say that youngsters have more of stamina, one thing. And the second one is they have more of time. Okay. So the elders, they have less of stamina and they have their own duties and responsibilities to do. So they can afford a little lesser time than the youngsters. But I would say here that age is not a barrier. I have students here who are mothers of one kid or two kids and still pursuing and taking up as a profession.
Yeah. Okay.
And I was awarded a doctorate degree by our Prime Minister, by our Education Minister in Maharashtra.
Yes, yes.
We have worked a lot to make dance as an education, compulsory education in the schools. And it has worked out in a very nice way. So today, ICSE school bank, ICSE schools, CBSE schools, they have dance as a one of the subjects.
Super. Very nice.
So all the ladies who are coming, they also take up dance as their career now.
Oh, okay.
They leave their jobs and they are coming for dance. As you said, they had forgotten it. They had put it into the carpet and now they are again coming back. And that is the speciality of Kalakriti Dance Academy, that we hold their hands until they get their jobs.
Very nice.
And career into it. Like today, one of my students, who is a mother of 4-year child, she is 36 or 38. She is the face of our Kalakriti Dance Academy branch at Dubai.
Oh, wonderful.
Yes. So she's running the whole branch there, yeah.
So you are producing and creating a lot of dancers now. Wow.
Yes. So all the branches which we are running here in India and abroad, my students are there taking care of it. And now in this pandemic, we have started with online classes also. And that also, Maria, I should say, it has been like, it's been wonderful, successful, you know. I never thought that Bharatnatyam can be done online.
Yeah, you know, Dr. Rekha, I have not forgotten. Friends in the audience, I must tell you, last time during the pandemic, around exactly June last year, Dr. Rekha had organized an online session, and that too for all, housewives. And when I got to know, can you imagine me registering for that program? And it used to be 1 hour in the evenings. I was so shocked learning the mudras from Dr. Rekha and her daughter Siddhi. And along with me, a lot of my other even retired women colleagues joined. My office colleagues joined, and they were so amazed and so touched by it. Dr. Rekha, a couple of them got back to me and said, we didn't realize that we can, fulfill our dreams, our wishes, which we had lost out now during the pandemic. And a lot of them, I think, have registered with you, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, yes.
That was amazing. And imagine me learning the mudras last year. I had never thought I would do it, but you made it happen. I must thank you for that.
Thank you. Welcome. But then you did, right? I taught you, but then you. So it was your journey with dance for that 3 days.
Yes.
And I think it's unforgettable for lifetime, right?
Yeah, for me, where I'm at an age of 57, could do it with you. I'm sure a lot of the people in the audience would be very, very happy to do that. In case they have missed their dreams of pursuing a dance, and I can vouch for that.
They should learn. And Maria, when we started this Kala Shakti workshop, that name itself was like Kala is art and
Yes.
Shakti is. So the main reason to launch that series of Kala Shakti was to make women realize that the power is within them.
Yes, so true. You've said it right.
It was the right time to remind all the women that they have that power in themselves,
Yes.
And though we started focusing on women, housewives, but then we eventually ended up with more working professionals also.
Really?
And then more thousands of ladies registered with us.
Yes, because it was within the purview of their homes, they could do everything.
Exactly.
Very nice.
And that service which I did for women through these workshops, and it was completely honorary for them. And I think we did more than 10 to 15 Kala Shakti workshops and reached out to more than 1,000 women.
Yes.
Globally, huh?
Yes. And it was all free, Dr. Desai, right?
Yes.
Very nice.
And as you said, you asked me like money is not everything, How
Yes.
do we serve people? So I thought I can serve people through dance, and I can just remind them that power is there within you. So whatever is your path. So my path was through dance, going towards the enlightenment or going towards a better life, making my spirits high, keeping my spirits high always. So everybody can realize their own path once they come into this body moment, and they can have a great life.
I wanted to ask you one more thing: is what kind of bondages are broken through dance, and how can we find self-freedom?
See, I think the biggest bondages for ladies is their family, children, and their jobs. We make it as a bondage. Actually.
Okay.
But I think we should not do that. And for me, freedom, I got my freedom through dance, together with my family and kids and social life. So I think that it's just somebody should be there to just remind you that there is no bondages. You can just fly high. It all depends on you. It's all here.
Yes.
Yes.
Rightly said. And I can see it in my head when I just came and part, and then it flew off with it. I really went through with it, and I can't forget. It's a it'll always stay lifetime experience for me. Thank you so much for that.
Most welcome, most right. It's my pleasure that you loved it, And within that 3 days, if you feel that freedom, imagine all the the dancers like me who have been doing since years.
Yes.
It's like 49 years I'm dancing. I'm teaching dance. And the dance is not a part of my life, but in fact, I should say the dance is in my blood.
Yes, absolutely. Rightly said.
So many of my choreographies, the old choreographies of my gurus, they in fact call me and ask me, Ki Rekha, ye choreography kya hai? You know, we have forgotten that. So I remember the minute things, the choreographies of my gurus also still. So
I have one last thing to ask you. What are your parting thoughts for all our viewers today?
I think I would just like to say all the women that you have the power in you. Just realize that, and whatever makes you happy, just do it. Definitely family, children, husband, and all these things are definitely there, but something will be there which will give you the happiness, the real happiness, that you are an entity, you are also there, right? So just do that. For me, it is dance, which I did, and I created my own name in it and fame in it, or whatever you say. But that gave me freedom and that gave me confidence. So whatever gives you happiness, whatever gives you confidence, just do it. Don't think about any age or any barriers. There is nothing like that. It's all here. You just have to start, like Maria started. Dancing with me for 3 days. Of course, now Kala Shakti I am not organizing, but they can go through the Kalakriti Dance Academy YouTube videos and the website, Maria, and they can see, because now we have launched with a lot of other departments in Kalakriti Dance Academy as well.
Okay.
Apart from dance, because Siddhi is an emotional therapist, well-being therapist. So we are opening up with that because I feel dance deals with your emotions.
Yes.
All that things. We are including different modalities where one can deal with their own feelings and emotions. You know, helping them through dance and helping them through other modalities also. So semi-classical dance also I have started for women specially.
Okay.
That is a 1 year. But Kalakriti Dance Academy is a Bharatanatyam dance school where we have 10 years of training. So whatever suits you, just go, do it, and just be happy and spread the happiness everywhere.
Yes. Thank you so much. And we would like to share your details with our audience in case they need, connect with you and Siddhi to take their journey forward. So thank you very much for this lovely short insight into your Kalakriti Academy. And we would like our viewers, thank you for spending this little time to listen to Dr. Rekha Desai. Thank you very much. And
thank you so much for this initiative, and I really appreciate that we spoke about the mental health and the emotional health today. Kalakriti Dance Academy, we are helping people, not only women but also men, and helping them in their emotional health. So thank you so much for this initiative. And this is not much spoken subject in India, unfortunately, but it's very nice that we took this initiative, to talk about dance with the emotional health. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr. Rekha.